Yeah, Chris, it's always good to talk after a win. How pleased were you not just to win at Oxford, but with the standard of your performance, especially in the second half?
Yeah, it was a great all-round performance from the boys. We obviously didn't have the greatest of starts, but these things happen, and like we've proved a few times this season now, we're not scared to come from behind and win a game. So we've done that again, deservedly so. For me, that was in our top 3 performances this season. A lot of lads on top of their game, and if we wouldn't have won the game, it would have been a bit of a travesty. So glad we got the 2 goals and we come away with the win. We seem to enjoy going there because I think that's the last 3 times I've played there with the boys we've won. So yeah, nice, and it puts us in a nice position now as well in the table.
And now you need to follow that up against Rochdale on Tuesday.
Yeah, just like the gaffer says always, it's a different project. It's just a completely different game. They'll have a completely different style to Oxford. We knew Oxford wanted to pass the ball out from the back, and I think we obviously set up to stop that, and it worked. Rochdale a bit more direct, good players going forward. So yeah, new project. I'd imagine the gaffer will have a different plan for it, and we'll work on that. And we've, like you say, if we can start following up these away wins with home wins as well, then it's going to put us in a great position.
Have things changed since when you played Rochdale, I think back in October, both for the team and for you personally?
Yeah, no, I remember that wasn't the greatest start to the game that day. We sort of changed formation, I think, and we didn't get the win. It's one of those games we'll probably look back on and think, we should have done better. But yeah, it seems a while ago now, and it's sort of forgotten about now, and this is us in a different position, them in a different position. I think I don't often look at the table, but both teams are in different positions for a reason. So we're back at home. We've got to keep a good run up and try and get 3 points and make it a week where we can, when there's 3 games in a week, it's always massive. Especially in this league, you get a couple of wins in that week, you find yourself heading in the right direction.
Spoke to Liam Sercombe last week. He says he feels like a 20-year-old at the moment. How old does Chris Lines feel at the moment? Bearing in mind you've played at Rochdale, I think 2006 the first time in your career.
I spoke to him about that actually. He did tell me he said he felt 20, but he said he was lying. So. Yeah, I can remember coming on, I think maybe at Rochdale when I was a lot younger. Yeah, completely different now, but yeah, I feel good. Feel great. I've said it a few times, it's about looking after yourself, and I'm doing that. So, I feel there's 3 games this week. I want to play in all 3. So, I feel fit enough and ready to do that. So it's just about looking after myself off the pitch, which I do, and making sure I keep up my level of performances.
Do you ever think about the future? I mean, how long do you want to keep playing for, and even what's Chris Lines going to do when he hangs up his boots when that day finally arrives?
Of course you do. You've got to. If you didn't, you'd be stupid. But there's a lot of different options in the game, obviously nowadays. But yes, it's not something I'm looking at yet. I think this is probably one of the best I've felt through my whole career, and like I say, I'm doing things differently off the pitch to help that. So it's not really crossing my mind. I'll play for another 10 years if I can. So you're gonna have to drag me off that pitch eventually. But I'm enjoying it. As long as I'm enjoying it, I'll play as long as I can.
Well done. Thank you.
Chris, you mentioned obviously it's a real change in styles from Oxford to Rochdale.
Yeah.
How hard is it to change your style in a really short time period, in a couple of days?
It's not too difficult, to be fair, because we've done a bit of work this morning, which will put us in a good position to know what to expect from them tomorrow. The gaffer likes to do that. He likes to base how we're going to play on particularly what they're going to do and how they're going to set up. So it's good, to be fair, because a lot of other clubs, if you win on the Saturday, 9 times out of 10 it'll be the same personnel, same formation on the next game, and that might not necessarily be the best way to play against that opposition. So it's good that we do some analysis on the opposition on a Friday morning, or like today on a Monday morning, and we're prepared for what they're going to do, and we'll set up to better them and to be on top. And it's about being in your position one-on-one better than the lad you're playing against.
I know Darryl likes to use the phrase projects for each game and things like that. So is that very much how it is with you guys as players as well? It's very much start again, completely separate entities.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like I say, majority of clubs I've been at in the past, you know, like I say, if you win, you kind of expect the 95% of the team to be the same, and probably the formation. But like I say, that can also be a downfall, because managers would have watched the game before and be like, right, well, Rovers are 4-4-2. We'll get a man in the hole and we'll cause the midfielders some problems or something like that. You know, I think a lot of managers I've spoke to before games, they don't really have a clue what formation we're going to play. So I'm sure it'll be the same tomorrow, and it'll be a surprise for Rochdale to try and work it out when we get out there. So it works well, because, you know, we've worked on it ourselves, but no one else really knows what we're going to go out there and do, and they might have to change. You know, you never know. A lot of the times before games, ourselves included, you know, when we get the team sheet, you like to try and pick who's playing for the other team, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. So.
And you're on a good little run as well at the moment, 1 defeat in 8, I think it is. So do you feel there's a lot of momentum and confidence among the side at the moment?
Yes. For some reason, we seem to do it every year just after Christmas. Get Christmas out of the way, and then we start going on a run. So that's what it's all about at this stage of the season. You know, you could have won a lot of games at the start, and then gradually start going down in the second half of the season. You find yourself near the bottom, but you know, we've been a bit inconsistent at the start, but now when it really matters, it's coming good, and you know, you just got to keep doing what we're doing. Like you say, we've only lost 1 now, which is a good thing, because we've got more solid at the back, which was something that we were sort of struggling with defensively from front to back, and we've sorted that out. We started winning away games, which is a massive thing for me. If you start picking up points away from home, you look at the last 3 or 4 away games before Saturday, we've picked up draws, and you know, like the Walsalls and the Blackpools, they haven't been great games to watch, but that's 2 extra points for us now, which is, if we didn't have those 2 points, we'd probably be 5 or 6 places below. So as long as we keep winning our home games, we'll find ourselves doing well.